Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the build of the week, which is Youth, and we're going to be taking a look at just how good they are in Esbr or Esbr, depending on whichever one's more relevant. And for these guys it is Esbr. So the Youth Esbr is actually the latest Esbr that come out on global. And yeah, it's these guys are a very strong team. So there's a couple reasons why they're so strong. But yeah, they are a very strong team for Esbr and Esbr, and they show that with how they perform in the stage. So you would have seen me do this before on the channel, but now we're gonna do it no item. Just because we need to show off the strength of the team build and the versatility and everything like that. But there is one big distinct difference, or one huge important thing, which is why Esbr and Esbr are so strong for these guys, and that is the power of Kid Goku. Kid Goku is an exceptional unit, the physical one and the int one, but he is an exceptional unit. He's super strong, and he just does a lot. Like he does a lot, and he's very good. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, he is a very strong, very powerful unit that a lot of players can build around. He's that guy. For lack of a better term, he is that guy. So anyway, team build wise, pretty fun, pretty interesting team. We actually have a couple free-to-play units in here, which shows how strong the category is, and also how exciting some of these units are. Goku, obviously double Goku lead, double physical Kid Goku lead. You know, he's got the power per orb, he's got the damage reduction per orb, he's got the active skills, he's got the 50% support, he's got everything we want and more. Then we also have the Chi-Chi. We have physical Chi-Chi, great unit by the way, very nice defense alongside a Kid Goku, very good damage as well, and also has the really cool ability of stunning. Very high chance to stun as well, which is super important, by the way. A lot of people say, well, why is stunning so important? The reason why stunning is so important is in Esbr and Esbr it's super duper overpowered, so it's a very strong mechanism in Esbr and Esbr. It can completely mitigate damage, it stuns the enemy, it's just very good. So yeah, very strong stuff there. Then we have floating. We've gone for more a DB Saga orientated team. I know that shouldn't shock people, but we have. But yeah, we've gone for a more DB Saga orientated team, and a very strong team at that. We've got the AGL, Goku and Bulma unit from the Esbr stages, who had their easy A, and they're a very strong unit. I know a lot of people maybe don't use them so much. It's always a bit difficult with some of these, like easy aid units, etc., or all these Esbr, Esbr units. I think they can always be left a little bit to the left. You know, they can be a little bit left to the side or the wayside when it comes to like talking about how good units are. But I think for the most part, these guys are pretty good, especially on their team, like on their DB Saga youth-based team, which is obviously, the team that's best for them. I do think they are very solid. Not gonna say they're like world-class, but I think they are definitely solid. And I think, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised to see how well they do overall. Then we've got Kid Goku, obviously just a great unit in general. Really solid unit. His easy A made him good at everything that he did before. So he's got his stunning, he's got solid defense, he's got solid attack, he's got all these things that you want from a unit, and without so much as a big hassle. Generally speaking, he's very easy to use. Link wise, obviously he does kind of compete with physical Kid Goku a little bit, because physical Kid Goku is kind of better than him, and they share the same name and a very similar link set, so you kind of want to run like just one of them. That is a little bit of a shame, I'm not gonna lie. but at the same time, it's not super duper, yeah, not super duper crazy. It's you can still run both. It's just that one of them ends up kind of floating, which isn't necessarily what people always want. But I think, you know, sometimes you can't really control these sort of things. You know, I think sometimes you just have to accept that that is where you know, things are, and that is where the units are going, and yeah, sometimes you just have to have some units that maybe you'd really like to use. They just end up being more floaters, and that's okay. It's not a problem. It's not a huge train smash. It just is what it is, as a wise man once said. So yeah, that is basically it. In regards to the team build, there's nothing too much else. We have the 2 Bulmas as well. Physical Bulma and Int Bulma. And Int Bulma is free to play. Why do I have Int Bulma? Because her evasion's pretty nutty. Alongside a Kid Goku, her evasion is pretty wild. And her defense gets pretty high as well. Especially this 50% support Kid Goku. So I'm super excited for her EZA. I actually thought they'd EZA her for Valentine's Day. So I was getting a little bit excited. Like I was getting a bit hyped up for her EZA. I think she's going to be a free-to-play unit that's really, really awesome after her EZA, just because of her like mechanisms and the way they work. Like even just with the raw stats bonus, even on a free-to-play EZA, I think it would still be really, really good. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. Obviously, you know, to each their own, I guess, when it comes to these things. Maybe you don't like using these units, maybe you don't, maybe you think they're a bit gimmicky. I think she's great. So yeah, overall, team build pretty solid, and the physical one, well, the physical one is just very good. Yeah, to cut a long story short, the physical one is just a very solid unit, good damage, heals as well, which is really, really helpful. And yeah, by the way, the active skill for Goku, incredibly good active skill as well. So we have a lot of great options that are kind of popping up with Team, and Team is really just doing a fantastic job. So yeah, I personally think the team's great. I think the Dbz Saga build's a lot of fun, like a lot of fun for me. I have a great time running with them, and I have, yeah, well, no item run, so a very simple no item run. Honestly, there wasn't much to it. Like I could lie and say that there was a huge bunch involved in this, and planning and thought process. The Dbz Saga team's just got all the tools you need, so you don't really have to get too nitpicky with the building or with the functionality of the team. Everything functions as you would want it to. So yeah, but that's gonna be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, leave a like. It's much appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and yeah, bye.